good morning, and Happy New Year. As you can see, I'm outside. You can hear birds are chirping. I'm on my deck, and it's early New Year's Day, so I say Happy New Year to you and many blessings for everybody out there. It's a new year, new you, new opportunities. I love New Year. I think I love it even more than Christmas. Christmas was a little weird this year, and to be expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but we're really enjoying our visit with Amber. Our youngest is here, and that has been going great. It's really been nice to see her, and see her in a new environment. I wish there was more going on the island for her, but in the wintertime, it's just not as much. And after Christmas, it's well, at least locals have told me that it sort of shuts down a little bit. There's not a whole lot going on until about like March timeframe, which is perfect because the Witchy meet and greet is happening in February, and it's actually over Valentine's weekend, and that's when we're doing the Witchy cruise. So I'm trying to put together also another Witchy meet and greet here locally, and I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I've got to wait until I get, I think, a little bit more time off because I have weird days off. I have days off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and so I would have to put in for more time. And everything right now is going towards the vacation when we're going back to Texas for 2 weeks, and 4 of those days would be the Witchy cruise. So lots coming up and lots of things about to happen. So I'm excited about that. But not a whole lot going on the island. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty chill. And I think that's really good. A lot of people don't care for winter time frame on the island because there isn't a whole lot to do. But for me, that's recharge time. I seem to recharge during the quiet months. I really like. I Even though I can be an extrovert, I recharge by myself, so I don't need other people to charge me up. I like my solitude at times, and really, I guess, maybe regain strength and energy when I'm got my downtime and I'm doing my spell work and I'm involved in projects and research and things like that. I just really enjoy that time. So I am looking forward to things calming down a little bit because it has been hectic at work. It has been real hectic in a good way, But like I've told you, retail and me, I don't know what I was thinking. I got a mouth on me, and I'm having to like subdue it, and it's just wow. And we're also down to one car, so I sort of feel for my poor husband because he drops me off and does stuff throughout the day and then comes back and gets me. And I used to be able, in my hour-and-a-half commute home, listen to ebooks and sort of like decompress from my day or talk to people. I had like an hour and a half to catch up with people and things like that, and I don't have that anymore. Even if I had my own car on the island, in order to put somebody on Bluetooth and let them talk would be almost impossible because the signal is really shoddy between town and where we live. So there's like all these little blackout zones that my phone would shut off anyhow. So it's just a pain in the butt. I've tried to talk to friends and then we get shut off and they're just like, okay, I think you hung up on me. And I have to wait until I get home to try to call them back. And once you get home, you're making dinner, you're finishing laundry, you're doing, stuff. So I do miss that time. That is something that I do miss about Texas. But I love this island. I love this island. I love the peace that it provides. I love the scenery that it provides. I love this cool air. Right now there's, I don't know if you can see it. You can see it on camera. No, you can't see it. Anyhow, but I mean, it's chilly. It's like 30 something degrees right now. I think it's like 37 or so. Oop. Neighbor going by. I love it. I love it. It's awesome. So, new year plans. Already, there's a lot that has happened, and this 365 days, I took about a week off. I took about a week off. I was still recording a little bit, but I hadn't uploaded anything really, truly. And I think it's because it was just the impact of the holidays, having a house guest, trying to pull off work, the way it was just a lot. It was just a lot. So I needed a break because I felt I was getting a little stale, needed a little recharge. So I will give you 365 posts. I'm sorry I had to take that week, but I just needed something. And when the meet and greet comes, I'm not going to be able to upload for those 4 days because I will be in international waters and will not have any signal. So I might be able to upload when we're in actual Mexico, but then I'm not sure if I should because then it's a crazy international charges. I don't know how this is going to work. So you may see a little bit of a delay right then, but for the most part, I'm going to try to get this done. This is a big goal for me to do, but I think that it's worth it. I think it's really worth it. I think it's neat to see the ins and outs of somebody's day. I wish that I would be able to show you more again because of spotty signal. I've learned where I can and where I can't. Let's see what else. I met somebody really interesting yesterday who is in charge of one of the local galleries here. We've connected with lots of different artists, especially on that artist studio tour. And now we've been invited to be a part of a gallery. And this is really awesome. This is the same place where I go and get massages. It's called the Bayview Cash Store. And it used to be a place where the farmer community would come and get grain and feed and all that kind of stuff. And then it was like a little local store, and they've changed it around. I know I've done a couple of videos on this place where they've totally revamped it. And there's the tap room downstairs, which is really delicious. There's like a little wine bar that's opening up. There's a little salon. There's the Whidbey Island Donuts, which is yummy. There is the Flower House Cafe and this big like garden place over there. Awesome. Let's see what else. That's most of downstairs. And then upstairs there is the yoga studio, the massage place, which is kind of all part of one. And then on the other side, there is this big open space where people use for special events and things like that. So I think that with my connection, I might be helping on a social media aspect and try to help promote some of these events for them. A lot of people on the island aren't savvy on social media, and I can't say that I'm like an expert by any means at all, but I am pretty savvy with Facebook and some with Instagram, and the two of them work together because Facebook actually owns Instagram. If you didn't know that, now you do. So I'm trying to help with that, and then I was asked to do some art, and I might be one of the featured artists in the back room. I am. This is actually pushing me to do some stuff that I had been wanting to do, but now I have a deadline, and I work good with deadlines. If it's just out there and and it's up to me, I'll push it back forever. But if there's a deadline, I'm on it. So there's a back room of a featured local artist. My husband has been doing all kinds of photography. He's amazing. If you follow him, I think it's Captain Kill Devil on Instagram. You can follow some of the art of beautiful photography that he's been doing. And then he does like digital art. How do I explain this? Filters on some of his stuff, which is actually pretty incredible. And then I do watercolor, graphite, and charcoal and ink, and then obviously candles and the other stuff that you've seen me do, and the big hats and things like that. So I'm going to be making prints. I think Bear's also going to be making prints, and he's thinking about making a calendar or a book, a little like coffee table book, and I think that would be excellent. So this is pushing me to actually get busy and do some stuff. So I'm going to be shifting my energies in order to get that going. I also want to do another sale soon before we go on our trip. In regards to, this hand is now cold. I have to put it in my pocket. Before we go on the trip to Texas and to Mexico on the cruise, I want to try to do another candle show, and mainly because I don't want it to get too hot sending the candles and things like that, although it has to be pretty dang hot for candles to melt. So anyhow, I think it'd be fine. So I'm trying to figure out when that can happen. I'm waiting for the visit for us to take Amber back, and I think that's in a couple of days here, because I just want to suck up all of my time with her while she's here. So candle making will be happening soon, artwork will be happening soon, printmaking will be happening soon, and all that jazz. So without further ado, I'm gone on for about 11 minutes now. I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful new year. Lots of exciting things coming up. I'm really jazzed about it. I'm really excited about a shift in energy and attention, and I'm excited, to take you guys along for the ride. And many New Year blessings to you. Today, we're probably going to go over to America, do a little bit of shopping, see a few movies, fill up with the gas, and, probably get more eggs. That's the plan. Many blessings to you guys. Have a wonderful New Year's, and I will see you tomorrow.